Welcome to Francis Reads the Bible. Today I'm moving on to Genesis chapter 9. Yesterday, the Bible said in Genesis chapter 8 that Noah's ark came to rest upon the mountains in the Ararat range. It's interesting to note that the Ararat Ararat range today is in Turkey. It's between Turkey and Armenia, the countries of Turkey and Armenia. The Ararat mountain is in Turkey, but the Ararat range of the Old Testament is between the countries of Turkey and Armenia. Very interesting. So when Noah came out of the ark with his sons, God blessed them and said, have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. The same instructions he gave in on the sixth day of creation, when God created humans in his own image and likeness in Genesis chapter 1. This was the same instructions. And God placed, in verse 2, placed all animals and birds under their power. And also said in verse 3, now you can eat them. And them refers to the animals, the birds, and the fish. God gave instructions that we can eat them as well as green plants that he has given them all to us as food. That the only thing we cannot eat is meat that still has blood in it. That he forbids it because there's life, because life is in the blood. I remember someone telling me some time ago that eating meat is against God's command. Well, you can see it here. It's in the Bible where God's command is we can eat meat except the ones with blood. So personally, I don't think I can ever be a vegetarian. I respect those who are, but me, I love meat. And God said we can eat meat and eat green plants. So yay. I'm obeying God's command and I'm eating meat. I love me some meat. Chicken, beef, pork, all kinds of meat. I love meat. So it's God's instruction that we can eat them, except I think those who eat is it medium, not medium rare. The other one that still has blood. Yeah, this he forbids because life is in the blood. So eat meat away without guilt. Then God said, if anyone takes human life, he will be punished. When I think about capital punishments, people in prison are waiting to be killed. I think this is where people got that instruction from. Then the courts, you know, anyone who kills a human being will be punished by someone else killing them is in verse 6. Human beings were made like God, so whoever murders one of them will be killed by someone else. So if you notice, most times when they say someone killed someone, like first degree murder, then it becomes, oh, they either get life imprisonment or they're going to be executed and they wait for their execution. I think this is it. And then animals that kill humans will be killed because human beings were made like God, according to verse 6. So if you notice in zoos or wherever, where if an animal there kills a human being, they put that animal down immediately. Immediately. So in my mind, yeah, they are being observant of this law, even my God. But what then happens if okay, I, this what then happens if someone kills someone and nobody knows about it? Hmm. But I guess God will make it happen that someone else will kill that person. Then God also commanded them again. Remember, He also gives commandments in this law in Genesis chapter 1. He also mentioned it again here in Genesis 9, verse 1. And he repeated it again in verse 7. You must have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. I know there are people who don't want to have children. I respect everyone's choice. But God's command is have many children. But then the economy is very hard. and there's so much evil in the world today, which are some of the reasons why people don't want to have many kids or don't even want to have kids today. But God's law is have many children, so your descendants will live all over the earth. Well, like I said, these are my thoughts and me just trying to understand my Bible and what's written in the Bible. Then God said to Noah and his sons, I am now making my covenants with you and with your descendants and with all living beings. With these words in 11, with these words, I make my covenants with you. I promise that never again will all living things be destroyed by a flood. Well, this is just for a flood. He said all living things will never be destroyed by a flood, never again. But it means all living things can be destroyed by something else, but just not by a flood. Yeah, he's never going to destroy Earth with water again, but yeah, Earth can be destroyed with something else. I think that's what that means, right? That's what the covenant means. Promise that never again will all living things be destroyed by a flood. Never again will a flood destroy the earth. And the sign of this everlasting covenant, according to verse 12, and in 13, God said, I am putting my bow in the clouds. It will be the sign of my covenant with the world. Whenever I cover the sky with clouds and the rainbow appears, I remember my promise to you and to all animals. In 16, when the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between me and all living beings on earth. That is a sign of the promise which I am making to all living beings. When I was a child, every time I saw a rainbow, I remembered, God destroyed the earth with a flood, and this was a sign of the covenant that is never going to destroy. And I loved rainbows because they're so colorful, so pretty. Every time I saw them. But now I can't even knowingly buy things for my nieces and nephew. Anything that has a rainbow, I can't buy it for kids now because unfortunately in today's world, when people see rainbow, they don't think about the sign of the covenant God made with Noah and all living creatures on earth. What people think about is What people think about when they see the rainbow today is not God. They think about the LGBTQ community. And I hold nothing against them. It's just this was a sign from God. But now it feels like it doesn't belong to God anymore. And when people see, they don't think of God. They think of them. It's it's well. So in 20, this is one part of this chapter I don't understand. In verse 21, it says, After Noah drank some of the wine, he became drunk, took off his clothes, and lay naked in his tent. Then Ham, who was the father of Canaan, remember Ham is Noah's or was Noah's youngest son, his baby, the last child of the family. He saw his father naked. Then he went out and told his brothers. I don't think he went and told his brothers so they will come and laugh and see their father's nakedness. I think, as a last child, he didn't know what to do. It's not like he went into the tent knowing his father was naked and went there to laugh. You know, he saw his father naked and he came out and told his elder brothers, like, oh, that is. The Bible didn't say he was laughing. The Bible didn't say, so Shem and Japheth, who are his elder brothers, who are older than he is, they knew what to do. They took a robe, held it between them on their shoulders, then they walked backward. Because now they know their father is naked. Ham didn't go in there knowing that Noah was naked. But now these ones knew that their father was naked. So they walked backward into the tent. They walked backwards and covered their father in order not to see him naked. Because now they knew he was naked. Ham didn't go in there knowing he was naked. Like I said, Ham is the youngest child. I'm the youngest daughter in I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm the youngest daughter in my family. and practically the last child. So when I see some things or hear some things and I don't know what to do, I talk to my sister who is the eldest, like the eldest daughter, like, see what I saw, see what I heard. What do you think? Before taking out any decision, you know? So I think that's what Ham did. But Noah, and this is very important for parents, you can't just, because you're angry, just open your mouth and curse your kids. What you say to your children or how you talk to them is really important. Like calling your child stupid, you're mad, you're crazy, it's never be well with you. I think I've seen a lot of Nigerian parents around me do it. And even when I watch movies or go out and I see neighbors now, see, when Noah sobered up and learned what his youngest son had done to him, what did he do? That he saw his father naked, he didn't know what to do. And then he went and told his brothers, oh, dad is naked, though. And those ones now knew, because they are older than him, they knew what to do. And they went and covered the man. So now, in verse 25, Noah now said, a curse on Canaan. He will be a slave to his brothers. Why? Because Noah was angry. He now cursed Ham. Because, Ham, why didn't he now curse Ham? That's the annoying thing. Annoying is the wrong word. Like, that's what perplexed me. Like, puts me in confusion. Like, why would you curse Canaan? Maybe Ham's other name was Canaan, but I know Ham is the father of Canaan. So it's either Canaan is Ham's son or Canaan is another name for Ham, you know. And he now says he will be a slave to his brothers. And he now went ahead to bless Shem and Japheth, saying that Canaan will be the slave of Japheth, Canaan will be the slave of Shem, because he was angry. I don't have kids yet because I'm not married yet. But as parents, we need to be careful the words we speak into the lives of our children because they will take roots, whether it's a cause. So you have to be careful when you're angry, whatever emotion you're feeling, negative emotion when you're talking to your kids. Maybe you feel disappointed in them. Please, I did a series on abuse on YouTube, and this is part of verbal abuse. Aside from me being verbally abusive, talking to your kids like that, it is a curse you're placing on your kids when you tell them things like you're stupid, you're mad, are you crazy, are you stupid? You can never do anything good. Yeah, there are all those little, we think they're little words, but you're sowing into the lives of those children. So parents, if you're listening to this, it's also a warning to me myself when I become a parent. I need to be careful how I speak to my kids, the words I say into their lives. When you're angry as a parent, don't speak to that child. Watch your words. Keep quiet or something. Punish the child without saying a word or something. Don't curse your children because the words you speak into their lives are very important. So this is still on YouTube. You can find it and watch it. And I'll see you tomorrow with on Francis Reads the Bible. Be blessed. Take care.